What are some crazy statements from billionaires? Today we're going to talk about geopolitics, trade wars, and everything else that is happening right now that will have a huge effect on the price of XRP and the rest of the crypto market. In this market, that's just how things work. Yes, we will go into more detail about XRP near the end of this video. We will talk about some of the new features and what I think will happen in the near future. After that, we'll just kind of take it from there. Having said that, I've learned a lot about world trade in the last 24 hours. There has been a lot of heat gain, especially this morning. It looks like President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping will talk about trade on the phone this week. It's clear that this is good news. Everyone wants this. People want to find a way to be happy. People do not want any more taxes. But guys, here's the deal. There won't be a full settlement. We should no longer expect that from them. A lot of people say, hey, this is great in the comments or on social media. Good business deal. This is wonderful. It's not like 5 times in the past that people broke their promises, whether they were in China, Europe, or the US. It's something everyone has done. Everyone has changed. Everyone is looking for a small way that their trade deal can be improved so that their country gains more than the other side. China was the most recent country to do this. By using subsidiary companies to ship to the US to dodge tariffs, they basically broke their tariff deal with the US. And this will happen a lot more, okay? The US will not like this. The prices of goods will go up. The companies will be charged, among other things. That's just how things are. Tariffs and trade wars are both very messy situations that are hard to keep up. Yes, because of the branches, you can set up a business in a different country and ship from there. You can do this over and over again. Firms will do this as long as it makes financial sense for them to do so instead of paying the taxes. It makes good business sense. But yeah, let's see what Trump says. The talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping will be interesting to watch. It will be interesting to see what happens. We are also going to see the Treasurer of Trade. This is what Howard Lutnick says. Taxes are not going away. This is exactly what the Trump government wants and plans. So I'm going to play this clip for you. What they want is for these taxes to last forever. That's their main goal. It's a whole new way to make money. Also, yes, taxes on tips and other things will be taken away. Some people said they were going to get rid of the income tax, but I don't think that will happen. I believe they only need more money to pay off their debt, which they can't do now because of the high interest rates. Pay attention. Do not worry though, taxes are not going away. He has so many other powers that even though this one was taken away in a strange situation, we just give him another one like this. The president has been given this power by Congress and he will use it. Okay, they're basically making it as clear as day for you guys. I'm sure this will continue to be the case going forward. It doesn't make sense to guess that they'll go away because, as I said before, they need to do something. Yes, the US is in a lot of trouble if that doesn't happen. We can also see that they're becoming a little more hostile toward the media, especially those who spread false stories and information. The most important thing is that Secretary Besant recently stopped a reporter. I'm going to play this video for you guys quickly because I think it tells a very good story about what the next 5 to 6 months or the rest of this year will be like. In fact, either there will be less stock or prices will go up or both. When we were here in March, you told us that prices would go up a lot. The price of things has not gone up. In fact, these are the best inflation numbers we've seen in 4 years. Don't try to say this might happen. Let's just wait and see what does happen. Okay, so this is something else. Okay, truly. People keep saying that taxes will lead to crazy inflation. Had faith in that too. I thought it made sense, but it doesn't look like that's the case. It looks like companies are actually paying most of the price because they know customers can't afford these items and they already make a lot of money from sales. Apple goods have a profit margin of about 10 times. That is completely crazy. Of course, these businesses they can handle even 150% tax if they can make 10x or 1000x as much money. That is completely crazy. In other words, we can see that companies are starting to bear the most of this. Customers are not buying from companies that are selling their goods outside of their country and sending all of their jobs abroad. There's a big shift going on here. Along with that, I'm proud of many Americans who are beginning to handle their money better. Not buying goods that come from other countries where labor is cheap, which means American jobs are lost. That seems like it would be good for the whole country of America. That's why I want to see more of this. I want more people to do something about this idea because this is how America solves many of their problems. These billions and billions of dollars, maybe even trillions of dollars at this point, in value and money will no longer be sent overseas every year. Instead, they will stay in the US and be used in the economy. That means people will have more money and wealth. Yes, prices will stay the same in the end if these taxes are raised enough. In spite of everything, these businesses can still make money in the United States of America. Amazon makes money, has huge stores, ships things all over the world, and does everything right. That's why Apple is also putting billions of dollars into these gigafactories in Texas. In the United States of America, they can afford to make money. They are telling you lies and making you believe things that aren't true, so don't let them. Now that that's out of the way, this is a very exciting time. By having these kinds of battles, the world is becoming more and more people need to find other money systems. As you can hear, the US government wants to use stable coins to buy treasury notes so that they can pay off their debt. That's their plan, yes, but you guys can choose to do anything you want. People who don't trust the US dollar and the US government to handle your money well should not use it. You could really just get into cryptocurrency now, right? Being able to choose is what makes America great. You are very free and have a lot of choices. Now, I want to talk about what millionaires and the world's richest people do. Speaking of news stories, I saw a few of them going around. Of course, Michael Saylor is here making it sound like he might buy even more Bitcoin. He showed off his MicroStrategy buying plan and said, "Orange is my favorite color." He has pretty much always done this, the same thing every time he has bought something with Bitcoin in the past. He says something like, "Oh, this chart needs more orange." He then buys a huge amount of Bitcoin, maybe even billions of dollars worth all at once. Okay, he did it again then. This is true even though Bitcoin is worth more than $100,000, 0 cents per coin. He is putting a crazy amount of money into Bitcoin right now. He's not going to sell it either. That is crazy. He's only going to sell his MicroStrategy shares to get more Bitcoin. That's all. That's all there is to it. We know Michael Saylor won't sell because of this. Other billionaires are going in like crazy too. Okay, now, millionaires from Sentai and other shows will also go crazy. In this case, Michael Saylor actually said something very important, which is why I want to play you a clip that I think will bring trillions of dollars into the crypto community, including XRP very soon. I want you to quickly listen to this clip and then I'll explain what I think this means for crypto. If you're a doctor and make $200,000, 0 cents a year, for 20 years you can buy 200,000 Bitcoin. It's a good thought. You'll have more money than any other doctor in the area. You can, however, turn the dental business into a corporation, have it valued at 5 times its annual cash flow, or $1 million, and then sell 33% of it for $500,000, 0 cents. Put the $500,000, 0 cents into Bitcoin right now, wait a year, and raise another $200,000, 0 cents. Invest $500,000, 0 cents at a 2, 3, or 4 times NAV market cap. Wait a year, raise $3 million, 0 cents, and invest that. You'll be the first rich dentist on your block. What were the changes you made? You teamed up with someone else, but then you broke up with them. Yeah, this is a trend, and this is basically what Michael Saylor is doing. I also want to let you know that this can be done with any cryptocurrency, not just XRP. This is something you could do with H4. This is a crazy thought, right? You can do it with anything, right? The review of your business is now a tool that you can use to get more cryptocurrency and get ahead of your competitors. And by this, I mean just look at Michael Saylor. Okay, so he did this with Bitcoin, right? But he's already done this with Bitcoin. You can do it with XRP if you want to. A lot of money has been made for his business. He is up $10 billion, 0 cents, simply by using a plan that is somewhat like the one he talks about here. The only difference is that this approach he just talked about can be used by anyone with a business that makes any money. This is something you could do whether your yearly income is